Were you nervous to come here originally?
Oh yeah, I was really nervous. I didn't trust in myself and in my knowledge because I thought that here I would face and struggle with hardest topic. Not only for English, I wasn't concerned about about English, but about the new topics that they will teach me here.
Yeah, I was so nervous. Yeah, because another country, another language. Yeah.
No matter what you do, moving out of your own home is a nervous thing. Obviously, I did it first when I was 16. That was scary enough. Even though I was 18 when I moved, I was technically an adult. It was a bit weird moving halfway across the world where I probably see my parents about a quarter of the year. I'm usually most nervous about settling into a new place. America's a lot different to England, so you don't really know what to expect.
I wasn't nervous at all, like throughout my college career. But what really got me nervous was coming to the U.S. because I came with my parents and they didn't know English, so they came with me on my freshman year, and I left. So they didn't know English at all, so they had to manage themselves to go back to the airport and return Mexico, which they did. Yeah, it was fine, but I was very nervous about it.
I think my family was excited because my brother left my home before me. I think they already know that it's better opportunities to me. Yeah, so I think they are more happy than nervous.
Oh yeah, they were terrified. Yeah, you should have seen the look on their face when we first got here and looked around campus and stuff like that. They were very nervous.
But my parents usually, especially my mom, she was like, I think you should go to the US. Like, why not? First, I thought it was like a whatever comment, but over time it gained strength. And before I knew it, I was like talking to schools, and somehow I was like, oh, never mind, I'm already in the US. So it was just like passing thought that became true.
There was a point in my life that I didn't feel like motivated to myself. When I was swimming, I feel like I was really slow. So then I set up in my mind to overcome that situation and to pursue my dreams. So I decided to come to the United States to succeed in swimming and at college.
I started to study computer engineering in Colombia, but it's hard for me to do the swimming practices and the academic part, right? I was looking to different opportunities, and also my brother, he is younger than me, and he decided to come to the USA the last year and started his career here. He said to me that it's a good way to do both parts, so I decided to come here because it's not easy, but we can do in a better way the both things.
Some people told me that in Chicago are the best international school. I sent a bunch of emails to another university, but I saw Oliver and I saw the team, and it's really good. And also the school, the academics.
And the professors understand that we are swimmers, we are doing a sport, and he cares about that. That is important for them.
I like the idea of the classes being smaller. I feel like it's more of a one-to-one thing with the teachers instead of being considered just like a number on a paper, as you could call it, compared to the massive public schools where you could have 100 people in a class. I came across Olivet amongst Kaiser, all of them big ones as well, but I didn't want to be a part of some massive school that considers you just to be a number. And Olivet seemed like a perfect fit. They had a very good swim team, so I was like, oh, why not?
I started sending emails to all the coaches, but they didn't answer those emails. The only one who answered it was Coach Mark. I think they were not interested in my times. So when I met him in the Zoom meeting, I really liked it. He described all the university, he described the pool, how people behave here. So yeah, I like that. I'm used to training in a different way that you guys train. You train, you develop like more drills. The turns was a big change for me because I'm used to swimming in my long course pool in meters, and you swim in long short course in yards. So that was a big challenge to me. It is not easy swimming here in the United States. It's besides it's a big country, there is more competition, so you have to be prepared and you have to be sure that you give the best of you.
Food nutrition was the hardest part. It's very, very hard to be a young adult and be technically free apart from your parents. I have like money for yourself, but I was buying a lot of junk food, and I gained a lot of weight. It affected my performance on my sophomore year. Food here, it's delicious, but it's also greasy and sweet. So you're gonna gain a lot of weight if you don't control yourself, because it's not back home.
If you're gonna come here, before, do things by yourself. When you're in home, do things by yourself, because it's difficult to get used to here. To wake up alone, you're away from your family, do the laundry, and also to go to classes, but also be a swimmer.
I think the thing that makes me more nervous is the language. Sometimes it's hard to me because I just answer, I'm good, and I don't know what else how to say. I want to talk more, yeah, but I don't know the way to talk more. I take English just in the school, yeah, so it's hard. It's hard. I can understand, but I'm afraid to how to connect with the people, and that the people think that I am like antisocial and things like that. But I'm not like that. It's just that I don't how to have a long conversation with them.
The time difference between my parents, very weird being 6 hours difference, because like it'll be like midday here. I'll be like getting ready for bed, which is a bit of a weird one to get used to. I went to boarding school for 2 years before, and it wasn't too bad because we were in the same time zone. Here, if I've got to speak to them, it's a lot harder because during the week I might have classes or practice. That's probably been the hardest bit. I'm missing them a lot.
I have like a good family. I really miss them and miss my dog, that things. And I think about that before I come here.
I miss my cousins, my grandpas, my grandmas, my aunts. I miss my parents, my sister.
I talk with the different coaches that are part of the swimming teams. Yeah, and I think that is the most important thing about why I choose Olive. I talked with Mark, and I think he was a very kind person. I think he could help me improving in my sports and in my personal growth. Also, he told to me that like the group is like a family, yeah, and I would like to be part of that, because at the club that I trained before, they are like more individuals, yeah, so they don't care about what the other people are having in our lives. I think always if I saw someone that is part of the team, he asked me how I am and how is my day. That makes me like feel part of a good team, yeah, also like a family who Mark called that.
In Latin America, it's really different. It's hard to have friends in swimming. I mean, even in your own school of swimming, because they all are like competing and fighting for qualified to nationals or Pan Americans competitions, or to qualify for the relays of the team. So there are many discussions. People argue like all the time because of that. But here is completely different. Like we know we compete each other. We face it like we face each other, but also always with respect and companionship. I like here because we all are friends, we all get along.
I like the punctuality of the team. I like that, but it's always like it feels like a team. Well, more like a team, a family. It feels more like a family.
My first, when I thought I was starting to belong here, was on the first meet. My race, I was like, okay time, but I was really happy whenever I was like, oh my God, bro, you're so fast. That was incredible. It was amazing. I was like,
At mid-season last year, after my 2-fly final or B final, when I pulled like a really big PB and everyone was like cheering, shouting, stuff like that, I've really felt like I was a part of the team there. Everyone definitely supports everyone, yeah. It's very, very supportive team, yeah.
If you could describe your experience of coming here in one word, what would that be?
It will be amazing. Yeah.
learning. I think that's a good word, learning. I know I'm in university. That's normal to be learning. But I also was learning about like being a grown-up, living alone, being away from home.
I think USA it's a good country that think the sports are important to have in our lives. Yeah, the sports here is a thing that is very value, that has a good value. Yes, and I think other countries don't see the sports that way. I recommend to all the people that have the opportunity to come here. That is a good way to enjoy and to improve and to grow your lives in a way that you can do a sport, you can be good at that sport, and also you can do your major or your, I don't know, the things that you want to do at the college.
If they were debating whether they should or shouldn't, you should always take the opportunity, because I was in that position. I wasn't sure if I'd enjoy it or not. It seems like a big and nervous thing, but it's a lot better than you think. I would always say give it a shot.